A little bit of filler on that, that's all it needs, just a tiny little bit, just to level it up, and done. Right. While the filler is drying, we're going to start masking up. And with a ledge like this, it's very important that we don't end up with too much product on the lip, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to remove. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put tape right up on the edge of the bath, giving it about a 1/8 inch covering on the bath itself. Alright, first problem we've discovered is you can't stick masking tape here. First what we're going to do is put a wide tape on the bottom. We're going to put this tape down reasonably close to the edge here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but reasonably close to the edge. Curl it up the top here so you can pick it up afterwards. So we're just going to put this tape down. Alright, make sure we get it in the groove of the tile so nothing seeps through. Okay, so that's our first step. Then we're going to put a small tape over the top of that, just curling onto the bath itself. Okay, so we're going to catch some of the bath, maybe 2-3 mil, as little as possible, but just enough for the tape to stick. So this is how we're going to protect this edge here. This type of bath with that lip is probably the hardest to do. The other kind, which we'll show you another time, is a lot easier to deal with. But today, this is how we're going to do it. So, last little bit. Okay, just want to make sure I'll be able to pick this up, so I'm going to crinkle up like that. Alright, so can you get a close up here? So onto the bath here like that. Well stuck down, everything's working good. And now we're just going to put some plastic over it. So my plastic just going to go over the small tape. Okay, going to go over the small tape. Okay. Alright. And that's it. Okay. So we're good to go. Now, this is all the masking we're going to need. We'll spread that out a little bit later on. It's hard, it's gone hard, so we can just knock that off. All we want to do is level it up. So that's pretty good. And if you have problems bonding to the ceramic, because as you can see, this bath is very shiny, and sticking anything to it is going to be difficult. So if you have that difficulty, then I'll show you the other bonding agent that we use, and we will use on this later. We didn't bother with this because it's quite roughed up where we've sanded it, so it's quite good. So this is stuck quite well. That's what we tried to achieve, and we've achieved it. Right, so before we put the activator on here, what we want to do is mask up this the waste. The strange thing is the activator won't allow masking tape to stick to it. So we're just going to roughly mask this up, leaving it curled up like that so we can pull it off later. So we're not trying to get a perfect masking, all we're trying to do is just cover it up while you're pouring, especially in the beginning, you're going to get coating where you don't want it too soon. So that's enough. That's as good a masking as what we need for this purpose. So we'll just leave it sitting up like that so we can get the activator as close to this as possible. Fortunately, this area is a bit damaged, so it's already scuffed up. The bonding will work. So this is the activator we're talking about. Now, we do sell this if you can't get it yourself, otherwise it's provided by Sika. Okay, it's a product that is really underrated. It can do amazing things. But be careful when you use it, make sure you put a glove on. It really is not friendly to the fingernails or the skin. And we want to make sure that you protect yourself. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cover the whole bathtub, trying avoiding putting this activator on the tiles. Once you've coated the bathtub, if you do happen to get a little bit of product on the tiles, it will come off quite easily with a razor scraper. But if you've activated it, then it's going to be a big job to try and get it off. So we're going to just put this product on. It's a wipe-on product. More is not better. So use it just enough to see that it's wet. So as I'm putting it on, I can, when I'm close up here, I can see the shine that it creates, and I can see that I've put it on. So I'm going to just gently go over the top part of the bath very first, covering. You've got to cover every square millimetre of this bathtub. This bath is in very, very good condition. So it's very glossy. Now I don't know how good Ekopel really is as far as bonding is concerned. I think in a small area it is quite amazing, it will stick, but when you cover a big area like a whole bathtub on a glossy surface like this, well, it's a little bit risky. And I don't believe in risk. This is like a little insurance policy. You put this on, you know for sure it's never coming off. So we wipe it on every square millimetre of the bathtub. It's very easy to do. It smells quite nice too. So we're going to cover everything. And when you're doing this, you can actually sometimes pick up little things you missed. So in this case, we've just got a tiny little bit of paint there, which we're going to just try and take that off while we're at it. That's it. So here we go. It also serves to work as a last little pickup of dust. So you can pick up the dust and everything's nice and clean, ready to go. There's another little speck of paint here. Just going to knock that off. That's it. Alright. That's it. That's prepared. This is primed. So go. Okay, so before we start, there's a few things I need to point out. This is a special tool. Wonderful little tool. Squeegee. But what we've done is we've cut at its serrated edges here, and this is going to be an essential part of the tool. Okay, so we're going to need these tools. These are the tools we're going to need. Okay. Secondly, it's a very expensive $2 spatula. Also, really handy to have. Right. This one you'll probably find a bit hard to come by, but you'll probably find something along those lines. We also have another one, which is a much softer one, which I'll show you shortly. So these are the 3 tools that we're going to need, 4 tools that we really need. Then there's a little tool here that is also very, very handy. This little fella here, and you'll see why later on. So they're the very expensive tools that we need to do this job.